sure there will be some changes recommended for both departments. And, you know, I think even if we allocate 60% to the police, and for some reason or other they don't need that kind of money, then they're obviously not going to spend it. So, but I think the important thing is, just as this gentleman says, certainly in my perception, most people voted for the parcel tax on the basis it was going to keep us safe. And I think that, you know, I think therefore the 60-40 split, in my mind, would in my mind represent honoring our commitment to the residents. And I think if we decided not to do that, I would have some sort of ethical problems.
I'm not trying to take any money away from it. Why now? What's going to happen if we say
Well, Greg, I think it's hard for us to move forward with the budget projections if we don't have a reasonably firm fix on that, because it's a large.
And that's what I said 3 months ago. I said that the parcel tax almost is like a kitty jar. If you don't decide what the allocation is, you can balance the budget every year by a different amount.
Well,
So let's decide.
It should have been clear from the beginning, but it wasn't. So what we're trying to do is clean that up.
And the longer we wait, it's not going to get any easier the longer we wait. I think we've got to make a decision.
Well, no, but if he's going to take some action that increases the expenditures based on this allocation, I'm against it. Because he's got 2 reports coming out that will identify savings and will identify the benefits. And until those are out, I don't want to.
Well, Greg, we'll answer this.
Could I
At
think,
least we'll have a vote and the committee can decide what it wants.
Jeff wants us to
Just have a vote.
I think that to Alan's point, we need to have a benchmark and say, okay, this is how we're going to do our budget projections. We've got to have an allocation. And I think that Duncan and John worked together and come up with a number that said, okay, we can keep our roads and infrastructure in good shape, reasonably good shape, with a 40-60 split.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of that we start with that. And we do our budget projections. We start to move forward and build up what we're going to do. If magically we come up with tremendous savings and we're saying, gosh, we've got all this extra money, then certainly we can change that allocation and put more money into public works. But we've got to have something to start with, and I think 60-40 sounds like it is a good place to start if Duncan's okay with that.
Can I ask Duncan a couple of questions?
Go ahead.
What's the major projects that you reduced to get down to 40% from what we had 2 months ago or 3 months ago when you were using it 100%?
It's mainly drainage projects.
Drainage?
Yeah.
And what's the situation there? I mean, can we
Well,
defer it?
we have a study done in 2001 which called for about $40 million worth of drainage projects. We've done a few $1 million. Like I haven't actually added up how much we've done, but I think maybe $2 or $3 million worth, such as the Upper Atherton Channel project that we've done phase 1 and are working on phase 2. We've done like the Middlefield Road drains. So you know we've been chipping away at it. We had kind of hoped to have a little bigger chunk to throw into it. Basically, I'm saving up all of my spare change in here to have enough money to do the Marsh Road wall, which is a drainage and road project to keep the road from falling into the drain. And that's estimated at about $2 million, and that's one
2 million.
of those, yeah.
By the way, Alan somebody made a good suggestion on that as half of that road is in Menlo Park, then we should, and especially as they're now authorized that huge project on the other side of 101, maybe we should ask Menlo Park to share some of that.
Actually, it's in San Mateo County.
Well, maybe we'll ask San Mateo County.
Yeah, San Mateo County doesn't have any money.
Well, but we don't have any money either. So, you know, it's all a question of which group with no money is going to spend it.
Well, I think their argument is that they put the channel in a box so that the rest of the road is not a problem, but the portion of the channel that's a problem here is all in Atherton, and it's supporting the road that's in the county. So
you know, the cars that are coming in Marsh Road from that new project are coming from the Menlo Park project. Also, the increase.
Right,
So
we've
we have to
already,
go back to Menlo Park,
we've already got
shake
some,
them up a little bit.
we've got some money allocated from them for traffic-related issues, not for the Atherton channel.
Well, I think we need to explore all avenues to get the hurt shared by all who will be involved and will benefit from the road.
Okay,
Is there a
so any
specific,
other
was there a
public
specific project that you deleted that would have been done this year, and where was it?
I did so many scenarios now, I couldn't exactly tell you right offhand. I mean, I'd have to look at the, we had like 50% scenario, and then we had a 33% scenario. So I haven't done a 40% scenario. And,
Well, 2 months ago, it was 100%.
Well, you know, in any case, as a matter of presentation, it would help a lot to get ground with all these numbers. If then you displayed, well, this is what makes the difference if we go from 67 to 50%, then this is what you're not gonna have, or something that.
And that's all I'm asking for. I would like to wait a month to make this decision, to have more facts on what we're taking away before we add something on the other side. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against or for either one. I'm just trying to get at the bottom of what we're doing.
Well, you know.
But you can vote it out, Mayor, don't, you know.
No, I'm not trying to vote, yeah, I'm just saying, we gotta put a stake in the ground here. We've been going through this thing for months now, and nobody quite knows what it is. It can always be changed, Greg. It can always be changed, but let's, at the moment, put a stake in the ground, and if it's the wrong stake, we can put another stake.
Well, as long as he doesn't do any hiring until after these reports are issued, then I agree.
The reports aren't gonna be done for a couple months, They're not a 1 month quick study. One section, one part of it was at least 4 or 5 months, okay? So they're not gonna be done by next month. And I think that we're doing our budget planning right now, and people need to know how much money they're gonna have in the initial budget. Obviously, as Jim has pointed out.
Yeah,
If
if it's only for budget purposes, I agree.
Okay. Are there any other public comments? Dee Dee?
I guess I'm kind of sorry I'm opening my mouth, but I hope it's helpful. I'm appalled, Greg, to hear that you say that 100% parcel tax money, excuse me, let me finish,
Okay.
would go to capital improvements. I have worked on the parcel tax since its first parcel tax. Most people in this town believe that a good share of their parcel tax money goes to the police department. That's their public safety. I lived here when the roads were horrible and the town was sued because of that. My husband was on the council. I think it is in our best interest as residents to keep our roads and certainly our drainage at a level that we are safe and that we don't get injured and the kids riding their bikes don't get injured on the road. But that's not 100% of that money. The thing that keeps us safe is these gentlemen over here.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I am applauding the 60-40 split. And I don't want to leave this room and have to go and tell people in this community who are now ready to help this council if we have transparency and liability on this parcel tax money. We are ready to help you all raise money privately from this community.